So Leicester City are in the Champions League, like I've said in the last 3 videos. But today, our first game is guaranteed to be Strasbourg. That is our manager's ex-club because we have hired Liam Rosenior. And despite the trolls, the man is doing a very, very good job. I can't wait to play them today. Already in an international break, really? There's only been 3 games of the Premier League season, but this is the Leicester City squad. If you haven't seen last episode, there's a massive spoiler already. Literally, I'm focused on it. Schlotterbeck and Bayern. We signed 2 world-class players up to help the manager out in his ambition to win the Champions League. The media don't know this because if they knew it, they'd troll it. But Rosenior said he wanted to win it. We've got 49 million in our budget, but to see the Champions League, unfortunately, we went into December, passing the line of the new season. Now, I do want to get going in the Premier League, but the thing that means the most to me obviously has to be that Champions League. If the manager says he is winning it, we should hopefully go and win it. As I'm going to speak to one of the new boys, Nico Schlotterbeck, the 30-year-old. Nico, I know you've made the move from Borussia Dortmund to Leicester City. This isn't me putting down my own club, by the way. I just know the history is quite different. How are you finding it, the area? Have you settled in? Is your family okay? And he says he appreciates how concerned we are for him, and he has done. He says the atmosphere here at Leicester is actually bubbling. The King Power has been a fortress. He really likes the fans. And despite what he had at BVB, he feels like at Leicester there is an ambition brewing through the first teamers and the fan base. As look at the banner in the background, if you can see it, but the first game, Strasbourg. Yes, we have sim Manchester City. You're going to see the result of that one in a short while. They've got Stassin up front, Yankuto, all of these players I expect to end up at Chelsea. Let's be honest, let's be truthful. That's what happens, and Collins wins his early header. Mamadou Sarr, this is his ex-club as well as Rosenior's. Pedro Goncalves is a brilliant signing, and Sarr just put it out of danger, looking a little bit tired, and the ball swung in. Diawara jumps up there to get the header. Divin Mubama just run into the Espacios Verdes, or the green space, and now play it back along. Diawara, look at that movement. Pau Sanz has that finish down on lock. 11 minutes into Leicester City's second Champions League campaign, and Pau Sanz is the first goal scorer. That pass from Diawara, just one touch on his left foot, springs it out with his right. We're really good. I mean, really good with Goncalves. Trying to go down the line. The Portuguese has made the move over. Nanasi's a good player, same as Stassin. As I said, Singula, we need to get a tackle in. That's a neat turn into their striker, the Belgian. Siemen with a big save. Okay, they're not out of this one. They're going to be adamant in beating Liam Rosenior's team. He did leave Strasbourg to go to Chelsea. And despite ownership links, I don't think the Strasbourg fans were happy with it. We have to go and get our safety cushion, and with passing like that from Bayern, one of our highest overalls, it is not good. He cost a lot of money as well. That's a brilliant move. Schlotterbeck, no one touched the ball because the referee is going to give a penalty. The man we've just spoken to, Nico Schlotterbeck, just dives in. This could be a lifeline. Pedro Goncalves! Up, down the middle. That is a shocker. And I thought he'd been subbed off then. They've put Enciso on for Nanasi. Good change. But that all came from a bad pass from this man here. Bayenya, who's got to prove himself. Alex, he cuts inside into Divin Mubama. Onyeka, a cross on the counter. It's a goal for him, and it's not a penalty. He's doing the Bellingham with a Bellingham in the team. And that is fine margins. We should have been at 1-1. We go ahead and take a 2-0 lead thanks to a near post finish. And we go again. Please just don't let them score. Leo Stassin's just gone straight in. Big save quite a while ago, but we're approaching the end of the game. Garcia over, and hopefully game over very soon. If we can just keep this at 2-1, keep this clean sheet. Look at the defensive scrapping. And look at some of the results here. Yes, we lost to Spurs. We beat Manchester City, unfortunately, out of the Carabao Cup. We've already won that. And in the next month, 3 wins from 3, including another in the Champions League to Betis. But the game I want to play, as you can see on that right-hand side, Bayern Munich. As for the Premier League, still quite healthy. We lost to top-place Spurs, but we're a point behind them. Forest, Crystal Palace and Villa make up the top 4. And before we get into this next game, it seems a rivalry is being forced. Company saying you know what to expect from Leicester City because we are basically BVB Mark II. their second team with the players we've took from them. Right, cheers Vincent, but have you been at the King Power on a midnight game? Or midweek, sorry, I like their kit. These obviously just shared the stage with one of the best games I've ever watched. Paris versus Bayern, which was a madness. Franco Onyeka into Diawara. If we could get an early goal here, we're back at home. That's a shot at Sasha Boy. I'm hoping for a handball like we usually get. That would settle nerves. Jamal Musiala, however, he has turned us. Nico Schlotterbeck, no giving penalties away yourself, my friend. As Francis Onyeka, if he turns out, here we go down this right-hand side, our formation. Working. Pau Sands drilling it. Still, the ball falls straight back to us. And Joe Bellingham, if we can make this a basketball game, get more goals than them. Simone Profundi goes inside. Jonas Erbig with the save. He's replacing Manuel Neuer. We just need an early start. That headed behind his own goal by Jamal Musiala. Pass this shot into Mabama. Pau Sands on the overlap. If he can whip the ball now. Meant to go towards the back stick, but that could be a handball. Kanate very close. I think he might have touched that, you know, and Jamal Musiala, he's on the runaway. Olise can't get it through the middle, but Bayenya, what is he doing at the back? Endrick, it's like we're getting chipped from every angle. Last episode with João Pedro, it's the Brazilians, man. The Brazilian strikers. Who are you waving at? It is class, though, from Endrick. But Bayenya, man, you're the man we spent all the money on. Get your head back into the game. As Pau Sands, we need to get going. Goal before half-time settles all the nerves. Mabama into Simone Profundi. You're not going to get any closer than that. Off the post and out. Almost level. We've got to get going again. Alex Bayenya, Profundi. Come on, let's go down this left-hand side. Bayenya's got a lot of redemption to do. We've definitely had our chances. If we go for the 1-2, I thought it might take Kanate out of the way. That's a finish! And it's from an ex-BVB man. You wanted Job to score today. A rocket. And that's going to make Vincent Kompany eat his own words outside of the box. And level again as that's round the corner. Collins. You've got to win the ball, Collins. That's really good work from Diaz. It might be a basketball game. Jamal Musiala drills low. We've been the better team, but we've just conceded 2. So much for a strong defence. Nico Schlotterbeck has to be better. They're taking Diaz off. Pau Sands trying to just dribble himself through the team. With Endrick spreading it out wide into Jamal Musiala again. They're going to cut inside here. Miguel Olise. That's just quality of finishing. All in the matter of sheer minutes. Right. We need to keep going again. Keep going with our principles. We go out wide. Into this left-hand side. Alex into Francis Onyeka. Mabama stayed on the field if we can get there first. I was hoping for a penalty kick. And Kompany might have the last laugh at the King Power, but I pray we take it to them in a knockout round. We've got to get through, and we've got to draw them for sweet, sweet revenge. But look at the next games we've got in the Champions League. We've got Udinese and the Lens. 2 games, no offence, I think we should be winning. Then it's into Athletic Club with Man United and Arsenal. I'm going to play one of them games today. I'm going to get this ball rolling. However, it's obvious I think we speak to a player. And if you didn't know already, he's been shocking for a while today. Alex Bayenya, the 29-year-old. Alex, you broke records here at Leicester for the amount of money it cost. And this has come out of my bank account, so I am a little bit concerned. Can we see a pickup in performances from yourself? We do have Asnu. And I think if you don't improve in the future games, you will be out of this squad. I think Rosini could actually help him, however, by maybe altering these tactics. We haven't altered since he came in because it's been working, but not for Bayenya. A wide playmaker he prefers. We're going to keep him as that as a build-up. Still keeping Pau Sands as a winger because why actually compromise his position? He's been very good. As his goal-scoring record suggests, he's got 2 goals. I mean, Bayenya scored in simulations. However, not in-game. Let's look at the contracts expiring. Profundi, Mabama. They don't want to speak to us, but Pau Sands does. And I'm worried. As a Champions League team, this could be a big demand. Right, a 3-year deal is fine. Keeping him here for longer. Come on, 70k a week. That is a drastic improvement for you. And he accepts it. I was worried there that he'd be demanding excess of 100 mil. And here we are, Sané Lemons. You know who we're going to be facing. We're at every home game this year. We've got Man United. Stylistically, we ain't disappointed. We just need to actually get some results. Mabama. That'll be painful. and they get a handball for it. Never seen that one happen before with Kobe Mainu, Elgato still through the middle, and Benjamin Šeško. Right. Schlotterbeck, are we just not marking? 1-0 down to Manchester United. Is this a downturn in form? Well, I've simmed like a month, and I'll show you it after the game. Hopefully not. Hopefully just a little bit of a dip with Diawara going through the middle. He's 87 rated now. We signed him at like 74 or something. Pausans. Job. There's a run on there from Bayenya. Money he cost us. We expect him to finish chances like that. Finish them with ease as Bayenya through the middle again. Mubama drops it back. Joe Bellingham. Onyeka came into the gap. Onyeka over the top into the gap. Bayenya again into Divi Mubama. That's got to be a penalty. Dean Huijsen. Is it in the box or just outside? Oh, yes, it's inside the box. And Onyeka's only got, like, what, less than 70 pens? We don't miss from the spot. You're getting a lot of goals today, guys, because we are scoring and conceding for fun. Level with Manchester United. Already rebuilt them on this channel, if you want to check that out. It was about a month ago. And like and subscribe if you do want to see more potential United rebuilds. And Leicester ones, obviously, as Rashford, way. As Steven Gerrard on the ball with Francis Onyeka. We've gone around Pau Sands. Here he goes into the middle. He could potentially look for Bayenya, but he's got that shot on lock. Our Spaniards can't hit finesses. Oh, they definitely cannot today, as we've got to get going in this second half. We need 3 points if we're going to still go for the Premier League title, despite Champions League being the focus. That was a mouthful with Brian Mbeumo. There was a run in front of him. Bayenya in that new drill. Simone Profundi struggles away from his man, but Diawara and Bayenya are number 7 with space. He's going to pass it into Diawara now. Can we get it back out to him if he's onside? Profundi definitely is. Across the box. We've missed it. Oh my days, it almost trickled in. Mubama, though. Why did he not shoot? It was surely hitting the target. And surely scoring a goal. Brian Mbeumo. He misses the chip. Probably need to stop rushing keepers, but at least it worked on that occasion as he wasn't Brazilian. Santos already gone up. And now learns to be a right mid. Dismissing all from the last episode as Francis Onyeka again. He could be on for our best player this season. 2 seasons in a row, 85. Bayenya hasn't gone up 1, but he scored 13 goals for him. Joe Bellingham up 2, trying to chase his brother. Mubama slipped off a bit. And Domina was a bit of a flop on the bench, but look at them overalls. And look at the overalls on the bench. Some 80s. Good for the UCL. I don't need to speak to anyone. I just need to see our form because I've simmed quite a few games. We've gone through the entirety of December after that 1-1 draw with United. We lost to Arsenal. And then undefeated in January with 2-0 wins as we are 4 points top of the Premiership. Arsenal next in the FA Cup, which isn't going to be an easy test. Carabao were out to Brentford. It might be their year after we beat them in the semi-finals. The year we went on to actually win that trophy, but the most important is the Champions League. Rossini has said we'd give it a good go, and we're sitting second to Manchester City. They play Mulder, we play our first team according to company. Borussia Dortmund, with Bayern Munich sat very low. Can we get a victory, however, to finish our campaign good? Bayenya in a simulation, he likes to score again. However, Manchester City lost. We had better goal difference than Leverkusen, meaning next time out, we're going into the Champions League knockouts top of the league phase. Extraordinary.